Okay, I'm recording. Hello. Hi. I'm gonna be just playing this game, Drug Lord Tycoon. It's like Schedule 1. It came out before Schedule 1. Well, I actually have no idea if it's like Schedule 1. I've never played or even watched anybody play the game, as a matter of fact. Um, but what I'm really just gonna be doing is just having a yap sesh while playing this game, because, felt like I should, record or do something at least. I don't know. I just felt like doing something. So just gonna give a quick, you know, um, explanation of this game. You you buy. It's pretty self. Did I already say that? Oh boy, this is already going off to a rough start. I'm gonna be all over the place with this. As a fair warning, but you buy, you start off buying, as you can see me just buying, weed seeds, marijuana, and you put it by the little shitty little dinky light you got going on right now, but later you can have a whole big old setup. But right now we must start small, as everyone does. Because starting small in life is I don't know, I was probably gonna go somewhere with that. Not very see, I'm better at yapping when I play by myself. Cause like when I'm recording I get nervous and I feel the need to just like find something to talk about. But when I'm playing by myself I seem to be able to yap about literally anything. I think I'm just thinking too much about it. Like when I think too much about the actions I do, I, start to fumble. You know, I mess up. But I feel like I'm doing fine as of now. Um, hopefully this is a series I can continue. Well, not a series. I feel like I might just switch my content up a bit because I'm not very good at just giving normal commentary. I feel like I'm better at just yapping. Yeah. Yeah, I just wanna, because I plan on like doing other games like Terraria. I love that game. I've put a lot of time into that game. Most people do. I feel like if you are a fan of Terraria, you have at least 100 hours on it. Not even a fan. If you've just play Terraria, you have at least 100 hours on it. It's just like a long game for some reason. Like there are like Fallout 1. The game doesn't have like nearly as much like that game requires more time to beat Terraria, but I feel like you would have more time. You could have just more time in Terraria, if that makes sense. I don't see why it wouldn't, but I could also see why it couldn't. Oh, I have to buy more buckets. Yeah, I haven't started a new in a very, very long time. Or because I have a whole, thing going on, a different world. I've put quite a bit of time into. I have a few millions on that account. Very rich, very, very wealthy man over here. Very wealthy. Could I don't know. I could buy a person probably. I feel like I'm making a whole lot of facial expressions right now. Yet my face cannot be seen. But yeah. So now we've got first bit of drugs. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna hack those. These are customers. I usually do the highest and then try to squeeze like a little bit more in by doing these people that order like fucking 2Gs or 4Gs. It's just people who order small amounts. I try to cram a little bit more in. Then you give it to your dealer. You want a dealer with high skill and low cut, obviously. And there's, I forgot. Oh, there it is. Oh yeah, there's bills. you gotta pay an electricity bill and a water bill. Cause you eventually get like sprinklers and shit, which is pretty fun, pretty snazzy, pretty nice. Oh, excuse me. Very nice. Everything becomes pretty much self-sufficient at some point. They do have like because if you go here and you go to real estate, you can have multiple different properties. There's also when you expand, like if I were to go here, which I can't, but if I were to go there, a drug lord in that area, and you have to like defeat them by like out drugging them. That doesn't sound right. By just like being a better drug dealer than them, I guess. And just like having more power, like more money. You also have to like pay off the police and schniz like that. And doing this a lot, like one thing I want to do with YouTube is just like have like a following, not super big because that would be overwhelming, but like not just like a nice following where I average maybe 1,000, 2,000 people per stream, and I could just like have a nice conversation with chat and ask them questions, you know. That is like a dream of mine. That'd just be very nice, you know, just have a relaxing stream, you know, you just play a game, yap, ask chat questions. It just flows a lot better when you're talking to someone else, you know, just like doing something by yourself and just having a yap session. It works, but it takes a bit to get the gears churning, you know. You know, I should move this over. Yeah. Boom. Yep, that was in fact the strat. But yeah, having like a chat to talk to, even my friend Friday, he'd be a cool guy. He's fun to talk to because our conversations do just flow. We will have those moments where we just like sit in silence, but like, I don't know. I have other friends, you know, where conversations get flowing, but it's just like my friend, yeah, Eli. We have good conversations. The conversations are flowing, but the thing is, they're very personal, you know. So I don't want that. Me, my friend Justin, Not My Life. We he has like so many different things. I think he's like brewing now. I don't know. Bro's having an identity crisis or something. But yeah, we have good conversations, but it's more so about the game, right? Me and Cameron. I don't know. I wouldn't. It's like it would be like talking to that one like uncle, you know, that uncle. You know, Cameron's not racist. He's just it would just get very political very fast. It's not like we get into political debates. And it's not like political as in like, it's more so like you know, conspiracy theories, which those could be interesting, but we actually sound like madmen when we're talking, so I feel like having that aired out to the public wouldn't be very ideal, you know. But you know, they could be interesting to listen to. But you know, I feel like talking into a mic while just like saying the shit we do, saying the shit that we do say, I feel like it would make me realize that we are a little crazy, a little odd, but everybody's a bit odd in their own way, Because I don't ever understand when people say like be a normal person, like when you're like being, you know, a bit of a silly goose, you know, just being a silly little guy, and they tell you just like be normal for once. Like what defines a normal person? You know, like what defines a normal person? Because everybody's weird in their own way. Everybody's got their, I wouldn't say I feel like everybody's got their own obsession. Everybody's obsessed with something. I very much so considered myself a weird individual. But like that's like, we know what a weird individual is, but what's a normal individual? Because like there isn't really something you can pinpoint normal on. There's hardworking, there's you know, organized, but there's like, what's a normal person? It's like, I feel like if you're trying too hard to be normal, like Mark Zuckerberg, you'll just look like a lizard, and that's like weird. Because like lizards aren't really people. I don't know if you can consider a lizard person normal. Maybe you can, I don't know. I'm not an expert on that field. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. I don't know. Talk about the state of Call of Duty. Actually, you know what? No, I got something to say about the devs of this game. Alright. Ooh, it's just one thing. It's really one thing. The other stuff I can see. You know, it's like, alright, I get it. You just don't want to do that. But like they say they're not gonna add multiplayer, and they're not planning on adding multiplayer, which that's fine. This isn't really like care for multiplayer, and pretty sure Schedule 1 has that. You know? So it's like, I don't know. I just don't. It's just not like something I really care about. But what I do care about is these motherfuckers said that they are not going to add modding to the game because they said the developers won't get money from it. Oh boy. I'm not gonna say you're stupid if you don't know this, but if you're stupid, modding, big thing with modding, you kind of need to own the game to mod it. You know, you can't just like mod Minecraft without having Minecraft, right? You can't do that. That's not just something you can do, okay? You need a game to run an extension of the game. You can't just do that. You can't like buy the deal. You can't buy a DLC for a game and not have the game. It just doesn't work like that. And for some reason, their brains just can't wrap around it. I love the developers of this game because they've made other very fun and just great games. But, well, come on, guys. Are we not thinking logically here? Like, what happened to our brains? Did we lose them in a car accident or something? Like, what's going on? Did we just drink some stupid juice? Like, I'm just trying to comprehend. Like, I'm just trying to think of like a valid reason for why not to add modding, because modding is such a crucial part of like games, especially a game like this that's, you know, I'm gonna say it right now, pretty bare bones. Modding would take this game such a far. It would just help this game so much, you know, because Skyrim is only doing so still fucking phenomenal right now. And my brother brought this up. We were talking about this in the car on my way home from my sister's house. But he brought this up. He said that Skyrim wouldn't be doing as good as it is right now if it weren't for the mods, which is absolutely true. That's just nothing but facts right there. Skyrim just wouldn't be doing, like, I mean, obviously when it came out, for the first few years it came out, yeah, it's gonna do good. It's a fucking phenomenal game. But like now, the game would have been forgotten about if it weren't not forgotten about, just not played if it weren't for the mods. And I just can't disagree with that. I feel like most people wouldn't disagree with that. So and this game is like in a really bad state right now. What's that one game that released when Marvel Rivals and Call of Duty? It wasn't Marvel, but some other game. It released when some other game and Black Ops 6 dropped. And it was supposed to be really good, but it was competing with some fucking massive titles, so it obviously just didn't succeed. That's what's going on right now. They're fucking competing with, like, this game is competing with Schedule 1, which, if you've been living under a rock, Schedule 1 is, Schedule 1 is a game about drugs. There's also, another game that was gonna sue Schedule 1 because they said they quote-unquote copied off it because they said the game was too similar to that other game. And there's like apparently one similarity according to my brother, because he actually plays the other game, which is just so stupid, because Lethal Company would have sued the fuck out of if you're allowed to do that, if you were allowed to do that, which you're not. Repo, content warning, and a bunch of other games would have been sued to the fucking shitter, dude. I mean, especially Repo. Repo is like is more similar to Lethal Company, because I feel like it just has more grittiness to it than actually no, because some of the like maps and content warning are very well, they're all just like gritty, like they're all just like have they're all just like black and gray. That's the only color scheme there is. And it is pretty scary at times, but you can't help but just like laugh at the creatures in that. I mean, there's one who has a mixer for a head, like, hey, you gonna take that seriously? Come on, dude. What are you gonna do? Mix me to death? Come on, let's be serious here, all right? But no, all three of those games are super fun. I feel like that's just a genre of game just can't go wrong with it. That's just fun. That's just because you're meant to play with friends, and just playing games with friends is just fun. It's I want to see one of those games where it's actually fucking terrifying. That's basically paranormal activity, though, isn't it? That's just like paranormal activity. Content warning is Lethal Company and paranormal activity mixed together. Pay your bills. Oh, but you have to use a computer for that. Fuck you. Alright. Yeah, the start of this game is quite slow, I will say, but it gets faster, and then it gets so fast that like, alright, where's the drugs at? Like, there's supposed to be police raids and shit, but where I am on my other world, my other save on this game. Oh yeah, I don't use drug dealers. I don't use drug dealers. I don't need to. I only, because to gain like power over a drug lord in the area you're in, you need a lot of drug dealers to overtake them, overtake that that area, that territory there. That's the word I'm looking for, territory. And I don't really be using it ever, because there's a market at some point, and the market is so nice because you just don't gotta bother with drug dealing. You can just click a button and all those drugs are just immediately just paid for. You get so much money for it. They need to make like these drugs like more expensive and harder to make. Oh, dude, a show that I want to talk about is Xavier the Renegade Angel. If you have never watched Xavier the Renegade Angel, watch it. It's not, just gonna warn you, not good at all. It's fucking weird. And the first episode, like the first time I watched Xavier the Renegade Angel and I watched that first episode, nothing made sense at all. Like, it actually felt like they were just speaking another language. It felt like I was just listening to some dude speak Mandarin. Like, nothing they said made any sense to me. Like, I just couldn't comprehend what they were saying. And then I rewatched and I was like, oh, okay, this is funny. Like, it's a funny show. Just fair warning, it is super disturbing. So disturbing. It is icky at a lot of times. I mean, there's an episode where there's a strip club, but all the strippers are like pregnant, and that's like the whole thing. They're just like pregnant strippers. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's just like an episode. That's just an episode. And like, I'm pretty sure he like finds the ghost of his mom there. Xavier finds the ghost of his mom there. I don't know. There's a lot going on in that show. It's no wonder it got taken off. Like, it was an Adult Swim show. So I wasn't too when I found that out, I wasn't too surprised that it was this weird. But even for Adult Swim, it's like, how do you come up with this? This is weird. Like, this is like, dude. Like, you had to be tripping off DMT to make something like this. Like, this is some crazy shit. Definitely don't watch the show while tripping off acid. I feel like that would not be ideal for your situation. You would actually start freaking the fuck out. Yeah, okay, let me do a quick description of Xavier's character and what he looks like. Start from head to toe. So he has long blonde hair. He has, I think, different colored eyes. I think one's blue, one's green. He has a beak for a mouth, I think. No. Maybe. No, he has a beak for a nose. No. Dude, I can't even remember what he looks like. He has such a... I'm gonna pull up a picture right now just to describe it. It's madman. Okay, he does have a beak for a nose. Alright. Dude, I forgot how goofy this guy looks. So, Xavier the Renegade Angel has a beak for a nose, long blonde hair. It reaches his shoulders. He has a shoulder pad on one arm on one shoulder for some reason. A glove on his right hand, and then his left arm, like up to his forearm, is a snake. Yeah, and that snake really likes eating babies too. Oh yeah, and then he's wearing a loincloth. He has 6 nipples. A necklace with a crystal on it, and his knees are bent backwards. He has sneakers on. Yeah, truly a wild character to look at. His voice is even more wild. Fake scenario. Yeah, I do that a lot. Fake scenarios. And I'll piss myself off. Like, you know, because sometimes, like, it's my dad just being a good dad. I'm like, I'm fucking doing my work, and that's just entirely my fault. I'll, like, make these fake scenarios, and they'll just make me mad. And I don't know why I do it. I'll realize when I'm doing it, and I'm like, oh yeah, probably shouldn't do that. No, I just get angry, just random. I used to, and still sort of do, have like really bad anger issues. I've learned to control my anger a bit, but I just don't have any like outlet for my anger. I'm not gonna just like lash out. I'm just not gonna get angry at my friends. I used to do that a lot. I would, over just little shit, I would yell at my friends. Now, I'm surprised they're still friends with me. I don't even know how those fuckers put up with my bullshit. But they do. That's what makes them very good friends. Yeah. It's a problem I have had. I've been working on it a bit. I feel like my friend Eli helped me with that a bit, just humbling me, because, you know, my other friends, when I would lash out, except for Friday would just be like, dude, shut the fuck up. He would tell me to shut the fuck up, and that just wouldn't work. I would just get more mad. You know, even though I should have just realized that, yeah, no, I do need to shut the fuck up. Yeah. Eli doesn't have it like that. Eli don't swing like that. You know, he ain't gonna deal with that level of bitching and just being so he'll just tell me to shut the fuck up on another level, because me and Eli hang out in person a lot. You know, so that's like, so he has the ability to just body slam me whenever he wants. But yeah, it's an issue I've been working on. I like it. Like, am I angry? There's literally no reason for me to be angry, but my mind will still try to make me angry. Like, Ooh, that just like made me think of something. Those motherfuckers, those fucking, I hate when people do this. When like there's somebody that they don't like, that they absolutely despise talking to, but they don't block them. Like, stop talking to them if you don't like them. I used to be like that. But I ended up being like, dude, I'm not trying to deal with this. This guy pisses me off. No, those people that just like fucking don't block people when they get pissed off at them. Or like when they don't like them. Like, if you don't like someone, just block them. Like, if you don't block someone that you don't like that you absolutely, like your ex or something, if you don't block your ex, you are a part of the problem, and you want to be mad. You just want to argue with someone. That's what you want. You may not realize it, but that's exactly what you want. Because there is like, unless if they're your ex, like, unless if they're your, you know, like ex-husband or wife, there is no reason to keep in contact with them. You know, I mean, at some point you can like stop contacting your ex or wife, but if you're in like a fucking 4-month relationship and you didn't move in with that person at all, fucking forget about them. Like, it's just that simple. Just block them, forget about them, and just out of sight, out of mind, and take, you know, a fucking month or two to collect your thoughts, and then just fucking move on, dude. There's no reason to fucking dwell on that shit. There's no reason to keep in contact with the people that make you mad, that like cause problems. No point in keeping contact with those abominations of human beings. There's just no reason to do it, and it's just like it's like a tumor, you know, just something that you don't want ever, but you know, you're just gonna let it be there, even though you can get a treatment for that. It's just, I don't know. I just don't get it. I just don't get the whole reason behind doing that. It's just, I don't know. Yeah, so this is your skill tree. They made it different. Before it was like cannabis, meth, LSD, meth, shrooms, and a bunch of other drugs. But all they have right now is meth and cannabis, which is pretty cool. Why do they call this cannabis? Why do they call weed cannabis but meth? Like, why not call this methamphetamine? Like, what? Like, get consistent, chat. It's not that big a video at all. I don't fucking care. Ooh. Shit. Okay. I should have done this than rather getting this, but the fan is a very useful tool because it makes your balls dry out. Not your balls. Your weed dry faster. It's very nice. Very nice. Very good. Very good. I'm gonna swap you too. You big old great ape. Yeah, I think the next time I do this, I might do this. I might play this game again. I don't know. I think I might play a different game every time. Not every time, but I'll like revisit games and shit. But I'm mostly gonna try to be inconsistent with the games I play, because that's just like keeps it fresh, you know. And at some point, this game does start to slow down, just because of the fact that it's still in beta. Yeah, because there's beta, there's alpha, beta, and I don't know, something. Yeah. I am a minor, so when I am of age, I really want to do psychedelics, because I feel like I could really use a spiritual journey. I feel like that might set my mind. Do not a factory reset my mind, but just, I don't know, just like a fucking help. It would help me out a lot. I feel like that's just something I need. Like just a nice tab of acid, or just fucking a good old DMT trip, you know. No, that would probably fuck me up for life. I don't think I would be able to ever be the same again. Yeah. Speaking of factory reset, that reminds me of the time that me and Eli were hanging out at his grandma's house, and we were downstairs, and I don't know what we were doing, but the couch, the remote somehow got, because we were using a Fire Stick, and the remote somehow got, not somehow, it just got under the couch, right? I don't know what me and Eli were doing. We were doing something, but it got under the couch, and we were just sitting, and then somehow, in some miraculous way, managed to factory reset the Fire Stick by just sitting on the remote. I don't know what happened. He doesn't know what happened. We both still to this day don't know what happened, and that happened like 3 years ago. We ponder that quite often, because like, why would it just do that, you know? A remote won't just shouldn't just factory reset by just sitting on it. I don't know, it was crazy, because like, we were talking, and then we looked at the screen, and it just had a countdown of, are you sure you want to do this factory reset? Which, just want to say a quick thing right here. Why would it have a countdown? I would understand a countdown to unlock the option for yes, but it was a countdown to automatically do it. That is such a stupid system. Like, okay, the odds of you accidentally doing a factory reset are one in the whatever the fuck. You know, there's no like there like that's like definitely not a scenario that anyone thought about. No one has thought about that scenario because how would someone be that just stupid to manage to do that? Like, how do you like? That's I don't throw this word out a whole lot. I throw this word out a whole lot, but that's some major bum activity right there. Are you gonna just like? Dude, that's just. I can't believe we did that. I can't believe we. It's just. EP. It's just cause a factory reset without even. With just sitting on a remote. No, that's wild. I have, you know, had the idea in the back of my mind, like, what if I start a podcast? But it's like, what would I talk about? That's like the biggest thing. It's like, what would you talk about? You know, like there's some podcasts that I watch, like 40K Lorecast. That's a really good one, but that's just because I love Warhammer. Well, not love Warhammer, so I'm getting into Warhammer, and I felt like that was a good place to start. And it is. They give a, you know, they do very good storytelling and make it funny and just like more enjoyable to listen to because like the early Warhammer stuff is I'm not gonna say it's not good, but it does not compare to current stuff because it's it's old and cliche. Like been recording for an hour, so I think I'm gonna deliver this last package and then sign off for now. Yeah. So I feel like pretty successful yap sesh. Good night, good morning, good afternoon. See you later.